Get 'em. Get 'em. Let's go Cleveland. Dog pound, we on fire. Dog pound, we on fire. Get 'em. Let's go Cleveland. Get 'em. Get 'em. Let's go Cleveland. Dog pound, we on fire. Dog pound, we on fire. Get 'em. Get 'em. Let's go Cleveland. Get 'em. Get 'em. Let's go Cleveland. Dog pound, we on fire. Dog pound, we on fire. Get 'em. Let's go Cleveland. Get 'em. Get 'em. Let's go Cleveland. Dog pound, we on fire. Dog pound, we on fire. Get 'em. Get 'em. Let's go Cleveland. Get 'em. Get 'em. Let's go Cleveland. Dog pound, we on fire. Dog pound, we on fire. Get 'em. Get 'em. Let's go Cleveland. Get 'em. Get 'em. Let's go Cleveland. Dog pound, we on fire. Dog pound, we on fire. Get 'em. Let's go Cleveland. Get 'em. Get 'em. Let's go Cleveland. Dog pound, we on fire. Dog pound, we on fire. Get 'em. Get 'em. Let's go Cleveland. Get 'em. Get 'em. Let's go Cleveland. Dog pound, we on fire. Dog pound, we on fire. Get 'em. Let's go Cleveland. Get 'em. Get 'em. Let's go Cleveland. Dog pound, we on fire. Dog pound, we on fire. Get 'em.
What's up? What's up? What's up? This your boy Thorough, and this is the My Dogs podcast, where my opinions are always my opinions. I got my co-host Dirt Dog Jordan in the building. What's going on, Jay?
Nothing much, y'all. Taking one step at a time. Taking one step at a time.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Then I got the coach down there, the one and only. How was your day?
Great, but good.
Yes, hey. Then I got the extraordinaire, the petty guy. I mean, if one thing is wrong in the podcast, he got to change it. He just critiques everything. But that is my guy, Mr. Deke, Mr. Channel 13 News, TMD Sports, Mr. Everything. It ain't nothing that man don't do. Deke, what's going on?
God damn, I like that play. I appreciate you. Ain't nothing to it. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. But I'm gonna say something, but not right now. I got a little something say something about you fans, but go ahead and do your thing.
Okay. Well, we gonna start it off with the hottest news that just hit the press. Let me for the people that don't know, that we already got somebody dressed up in the Cleveland Browns uniform already, and his name is Shedeur Sanders. Shedeur Sanders is taking a visit to Cleveland. Cleveland is not coming to him. He's coming to Cleveland. Is his dad coming? I don't know. He's a grown man, so hopefully he's coming by himself and he can show the team that he is a grown man, that he can handle this by himself. But Dion also said that there was some visits that his son is not going to take, and he's not going to let his son take. So is there a chance that the Cleveland Browns, with the number 2 pick, if they have the opportunity to get Shedeur Sanders, will he be coming to Cleveland? What's your thoughts?
I hope God no. We already got too much drama going on with Miles. Please, no, hell no. I don't want him here.
And why don't you want him here?
Because his daddy gonna give us more drama. We don't need that. The Cleveland Browns need to be drama free. They already dealing with drama with Deshaun and Miles. They need to stay away from that, man. I really think they need to stay away from it. Now, if they do draft him, I'm gonna support my team like I always do. But am I gonna like the pick? No. I'm just scared. Okay, I'm a little scared with this draft pick. Yeah.
Before I get to the rest, what do you think that Deion Sanders can check the Cleveland Browns brass, the head coach, the GM, the owner, and things is not going right? Do we got somebody in place that say, hey, y'all need to do this and y'all need to do that? Because we don't have no voice. As you see, we don't have no voice, and the voice that we use it the wrong way. So now we got somebody, we having an ally that's got a big investment in his son to do well. So, I mean, do you think that we with Deion there that he can help change everything around?
Well, my honest opinion is if we do draft him, then I honestly think, and this might be a bold statement what I'm about to say, I honestly think the Browns will fire Kevin Stefanski and try to hire Deion, because Deion actually knows his son's skill set, and he can actually attract some talent over there.
He don't know his son's skill set.
He do know his son's skill set, but
when according to Shedeur, when he was on the It Is What It Is podcast, he stated that his dad can't teach him no more. He said he been surpassed his dad. There's nothing that his dad can teach him. He said, I forgot the offensive or the quarterback coach. He said his dad, he knew he surpassed his dad when his dad was trying to tell him to throw. Why didn't he throw it to a certain route? And he said, Dad, you can't throw in that route. They play in a zone. So right then and there, he knew that his son didn't know nothing. I mean, his dad didn't know nothing about the quarterback position. So he said, he ain't listen to his dad. Dad is a great motivator, but teaching him how to play quarterback, he said he ain't. It's been years since his dad was able to coach him at quarterback. But Coach, what do you think?
You know what? Let's bring the Sanders train on.
Okay.
I don't see any reason why we wouldn't. I've said that out of all the quarterbacks in this draft, he is probably the most polished, and he can probably run a pro style offense. I'm not worried about his daddy. His daddy need to worry about Buffalo, the Colorado Buffalo, not the Cleveland Browns. And,
yes,
his son gets drafted, whether he like it or not. His son worked for that team, and it's not, at least for a short time, this rookie contract, he gonna have to live with that. He might want to intervene later on somewhere down the line, but for right now, no. Shedeur's gonna get drafted. He's probably going to get drafted someplace that Deion does not prefer.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. Let's deal with it, and let's build a team around the young man. We're not bereft of talent. We just haven't been able to put it all together, and maybe he could be that guy.
Yep. What you say, D? There you go.
Woo! Lord have mercy. And I'm going to say, here's to you.
And you
all right, this is my thing. For right now, it's February. We still got a couple months before the draft. The combine's coming up. Far as if Shedeur is going to go out there and throw, is he going to run through the drills? Is he going to do what he got to do? This for right now is just a preliminary check. It's customary for people to go, hey, I'm gonna go visit this. I'm gonna go visit that. We're gonna bring this guy and we're gonna bring that. This does not spin my wheels at all. You know what I'm saying? It don't grease the wheels, don't polish nothing. And this is honestly, this would be my strategy. I'm honestly thinking that Deion is honestly feeling the Giants situation better. He's feeling the Browns. This is an opportunity for the Browns to take advantage and say, you know what, Shedeur cool, but we could move back. The Browns could really capitalize on this situation. We got the number 2 pick. The Giants are behind us. What would y'all do to move up? I would act like I'm gonna take him all day. What are you gonna give me to move up to 2? If you feeling him that much, what you willing to give me? and let's say the Giants say, I will make it seem like, oh, Shedeur is the man all day. We're going to take him. Well, no, wait. We'll give you this. We'll give you that. So you take what the Giants give you. Then you do your thing with Miles. And the Browns could be in a very, very good situation. Hypothetically, don't get me wrong. It's gambling is gambling. You're playing with house money. I mean, you're not playing with house money. You're playing with your money. But this could be lucrative if the Browns make the right moves. So imagine if the Giants said, you know what, we really want to get him. Okay, cool. Let me get your first. And then we got Miles and we get another first. The Browns could honestly have 3 first-round picks if they wanted to play it the right way. Because I really don't think, like I said, this is smoke and mirrors to me. If the Giants are that high on Sanders, give me something for him. Because I'll get him. I'll act like I'll get him all day, but that wasn't the plan. So they could just, if they play their cards right, you know what I'm saying, and they could get 3-round picks. I mean, I know when I say this sound crazy, but just think, like I said, think about it. Just take advantage of the situation. And that's just me.
So what you're going to do at the quarterback position if you don't get one at 2?
If let's say we do move back and we take 3, I'm still going to get Carter because I just traded Miles for another pick. So now I'm going to stack that, and get me 3-round picks. So I would tell the Giants the same thing I would tell anybody else who want to get Miles. I need your first and your second rounders. The Browns could get a lot of picks in the first round if they just lean back a little bit. I understand what you're saying about Shedeur. I understand it. I get that. It all depends on the scouting. But if they really want to really take advantage of the situation, that window could be open. That's just me. And I'm
you still haven't addressed it to your quarterback situation. What are you going to do?
I'm gonna run that. I'm gonna run that later on. I might go for somebody else, like Jackson Dart or somebody else. I might run that back. I might run that. Like I said, we really don't know because we're not in the war room. We're not in the draft room. They might feel like Shedeur, but they might say this guy is because we want to bring Cousins in, or we're gonna bring Darnold in, or somebody else in. You bring Winston back. Oh Lord, it is what it is. I just want somebody in there who could possibly try to teach. And I
got a question for all 3 of y'all.
Yeah, go ahead.
Is Shedeur Sanders a NFL quarterback? Is he ready to play in NFL? How do y'all believe?
That's waiting to be seen, actually. So I'm not going to actually go out and say, no, he's not. But no, that has to be waiting till seen. I'm not really sure yet. You never know. A lot of cats have been talking about Cam Ward. They think that's the route the Tennessee Titans are going to go. So I'm not quite sure. This is a weak draft class this year. So yeah, I'm not quite sure.
We don't know that. We don't know. They can put all the projections out there, all the live long day, and then one of these guys just blow up. And then next year, you talking about next year when guys, next year we graded high. They ain't even stepped on the goddamn field for the next college season. How the fuck is they grades higher? They might flop. We don't know that. This is all a crapshoot. That's all it is. It's a good ass crapshoot. Hey, snake eyes, guess what? That's your ass.
Okay, Coach. How do you feel about Shedeur?
I mean, I go back to what I said before. He is probably the most polished of the quarterbacks that I have seen.
I agree.
He has been coached to be a professional from his offensive coordinator at Colorado. Even though I don't think very highly of him, yet he was an NFL offensive coordinator and a quarterback coach. He's had some tutoring from Tom Brady. I mean, he has been coached to be a professional quarterback more so than a college quarterback. So I think he may actually flourish a little bit better under a professional setting. He's been groomed for that.
Yeah, because my thing is how he wants us to go back and maybe in the teens or somewhere and get one of them QBs. Like me, I like Shedeur. I don't know if he's a day 1 starter. I think year 2 he might do his thing, but day 1 he might struggle. Cam Ward, he a day 1 starter. But my thing with Cleveland and moving back, it all depends on what we do in the offseason if we pick up a QB. But why have the Cleveland Browns been sucking since Bernie Kosar. We ain't had a QB.
Right.
So now we got the number 2 pick, and it's 2 top quarterbacks coming out. How do we feel? We passed up on them both. If Cam Ward gets drafted, then Shedeur Sanders get drafted. We go get somebody like Will Howard or somebody else and put them in our terrible system, and the other 2 ball out. How are we going to look as Cleveland fans?
Well, one of them two not gonna get away. TP, we gonna get if we're serious about a quarterback, we got the 2. We got number 2.
But you wanted to trade back. That's what I'm stating.
Yeah, well, I get you on that. If you do that, then like you said, Will Howard or somebody like that, I get it. You know what I'm saying? But it just depends, bro. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, because a team is not good, or coach is not good until they get a quarterback. Without a quarterback, everybody gonna suck. Everybody gonna suck. So we gotta eventually get the quarterback. Some teams like to build the team, then get a quarterback. But we've been building the team for a long time. We thought we had one in Watson, but it just like the Super Bowl. We got to get a line, just like the Super Bowl. Y'all saw the great Mahomes look like Deshaun Watson out there, just running and throwing interceptions. So that let y'all know how valuable a line is. Mm-hmm. But I just think I might have to take that gamble on one of them. I really don't. And like we got a comment that said they don't want the attitude. I mean, it all depends on if it's Dion, then I understand it. If it's Shedeur, y'all haven't heard Shedeur. Shedeur is a grown man. Shedeur, he knows what to say. He's coached up right. Shedeur, you can't find one clip of Shedeur saying anything wrong or bad. Shedeur knows how to handle himself, and he's very polite. Shedeur is a great kid. I can't say nothing bad about Shedeur. All the interviews I've seen with him and all that stuff. So I will not put nothing on him. Now, his daddy drama, then but we thought that was going to be the same thing with the LeVar Ball and all them when they went to the NBA, but that panned out too.
But their daddy was never. But I feel like that situation is a little bit different because LeVar Ball was never in the NBA. Deion Sanders has been in the NFL. is a Hall of Famer, Super Bowl winner. You know, and you expect big expectations for your child, especially if you were considered one of the greatest to ever step on the gridiron. You know, I feel like if they do go get a quarterback at number 2, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, I really wouldn't be surprised. I want Abdul Carter. I've been really blunt about that. Like, you know, now I really want him because now since Miles is saying he wants out, I want Abdul Carter. Because my biggest fear, he ends up becoming a good defensive player, and I'm like, man, we had a chance to draft that dude, and we went a different direction. You know what I mean? And I understand it. The Browns are in a very sticky situation, and Miles made it even more stickier. So now they don't know what to do. I've said it before. I don't think they're gonna trade Miles, but
Miles gone, but riddle me this. As Deke talked about the position that we have in the picks. Mm-hmm. Imagine getting if it's Shedeur at number 2. We trade Miles. So guess what? We're going to have somebody else's first round pick. So we got a first round pick going to be on our team. We're going to probably get their second round. So we got our second round and their second round. Then when it comes to the third round, we already got 3 picks in the third round. So that's like 5. We can build a team with these picks, but we got to nail them. So we don't have to reach or do anything. We don't have to move back, and we can stay where we at and still get us a DT. We can get us an end. We can get us a corner. We can make some moves, get us a wide receiver, a running back where we at, because we got 3, 2, 2. That's 7 picks in 3 rounds.
So
we can build a team.
So basically, what you're saying, TP, is you see them trading Myles Garrett before during the draft. Basically, what you're saying.
I mean, me personally, if Miles don't want to be here, I would, because I won't. I need picks. If I'm AB and if I'm Stefanski, one more losing season, I'm fired. So I'm not gonna sit here and do the song and dance with Miles. Miles want to go, you gonna go. I need King's ransom for you. I don't want 2026 picks. I want 2025 picks, because that's where my life depends on right now.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna get a whole bunch of picks for another coach. Nah.
You didn't let me finish the one part when I was saying when I said I don't think they're gonna trade Miles. I said I don't think they're gonna try Miles yet because of the cap situation and all that stuff. But
Hold up. Let me
Go ahead and get him on that one.
Not that. I'm sorry, Dirt Dog. You can enter a verbal agreement with this. It just becomes official after once you enter that. Hey, you give us this, we're gonna give you that, and they're gonna have to stick to that verbal. And then after June 1st, you sign it. They do that all the time. So you could say during the draft, Miles is gone. You can do that, but you don't sign it till after June 1st. Once you enter that verbal and everybody got to lock it, usually the teams lock in like, hey, you can't back out of this shit. We'll sue the shit out you. And if you do back out, then we're going to get some more of your picks.
When I think he might have been referring to the cap hit we might get if we trade.
Well, yeah, well, I get that. But see, that's what I'm saying. So if you do that now, and let's say you sign it, you're going to take a hard hit on the dead cap. But if you enter a verbal and then wait till June 1st, it cuts that dead cap in half. So
what I think is going to happen.
But check it out, though. Don't forget this. You're buying picks. So you ain't worried about that dead cap because you just bought 2 picks. You know what I'm saying? So let me make this clear. If you're a first rounder, especially if you're a first round quarterback, your contracts can go between 20 and look at Jaden Daniels, $20 to $40 million for a first round if you got a quarterback. Second rounders run between 6 to 10 to 12 million. So now you start subtracting from the dead cap. You just bought 2 picks. I'm not tripping on the dead cap because you didn't have them picks from the beginning. So I sucked the dead cap because I got 2 picks. That's fine with me. It doesn't, it balances out. Don't forget what we did with Brock Osweiler not too long ago. The Browns basically bought a pick and got him. They bought a pick. So I'm not tripping on that money, man. People are just like, shit, quit tripping on that money. I don't know how many times I'm keep saying that. They'll move that shit around. They'll sign it when they need to sign it. If you're going to give me 2 picks for $20 million, and I know the first rounders are worth this amount, that's fine with me. I'll suck it up. They'll suck it up if they get the right picks.
One of my thing is Miles also made a comment saying he would do whatever it takes to make the trade go through.
Yeah, that means his ass will hold out.
No. So wait a minute. I'm sorry, Coach. But so in my thinking, I might just be tripping. Miles say, hey, you send me wherever you want to go. I'm not going to hurt y'all. I'm going to cancel my contract because I'm 30 years old. I got 2 years left on this contract. I want to go somewhere else and get me a long-term contract. I want to get a 4 or 5 year. So I want to do a sign and a trade and sign whatever it's called. I'm gonna get me a brand new deal. I'm gonna scratch that. Cleveland, y'all out of it. I'm gonna avoid that because y'all not gonna trade me because y'all already 27 mil in the hole. And if y'all trade me, y'all gonna be 50 mil in the hole. So AB, like, we're not trading you. We can't afford it. And he gonna be like, okay, I avoid my contract to trade me to wherever I want to go. And guess what? They gonna give them the bag. It ain't like they gonna say, nah, Miles, you ain't worth that. Nah, they know what they're getting, and they're gonna pay whatever it costs. And Miles, they're gonna work out the like you were saying before, Deke. The agreement is already gonna be written out. His new contract and all that stuff is gonna be written out. So when he signed and when he's traded, he's gonna be traded and he's gonna have a new contract, and Cleveland might be able to get out of it.
Yeah, anywhere he go, if he get traded, Miles gonna get a new deal. He's gonna get a new deal. I ain't even, like I said, I'm not. This is about egos and sucking it up and saying, you know what, this is what we gonna do. Barry and all they want to hold on because of the ego. Like we don't really want to look like we really screwed up. But if you think about it in hindsight, this is probably gonna benefit. And Joe Thomas said it. Joe Thomas said it a couple of days ago. We can build from this.
Yep.
Cleveland let it go. Now, let me say this real quick, and then I'm gonna be goddamn done. First of all, somebody tried to take a shot at me the other day. First of all,
Whoa, D. Not to. I just got a little bit of breaking news real quick.
go ahead.
So what I'm reading here with the void and stuff like that, his voidable option is not available until 2027.
That's if no, dirt dog.
Nah.
That's not how I roll, bro.
Nah.
That's not how I roll. If they were going to restructure, you could do that's what I'm saying. You could do a couple different things with Miles. If you were going to keep Miles and you restructured it, then the void would come in. But we're not talking about a restructure. We're talking about a trade.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's how it works. Just like for example, we restructured Deshaun's contract, so now that's the void year. But we didn't trade Deshaun. Miles is getting traded with non-guaranteed money that may affect the dead cap. So now with the dead cap, if you pay it, you're getting 2 picks because you just traded him. So basically, you're paying for 2 new picks that you never had. So that's and I don't have a problem eating the dead cap if I got 2 new picks. So like I was saying before, so I'm gonna say this and be done. First of all, Mr. Deacon does not, nor will I ever fabricate lies for clicks. I don't do that. I will give you my opinion. We will give you our opinion, and everything else is based on fact. Like I said, once again, I would never fabricate. I will quote somebody because that's what they said. The man said this. Y'all can suck that shit up. Don't be mad because Joe said the other day on an Emmy Award-winning show, Ultimate with G. Bush, Miles is done. So don't come and try to attack me and say he ain't say that shit. Bullshit. Don't play with me, bro. I don't play them games. I don't believe in trash media, yo. That shit got me fired up. And then BFO, shout out to BFO. They had my back, threw his ass out of the group.
Yeah.
And I was like,
come on, man. Hey, dude.
Don't come at me and my people's, bro. Don't play that shit, bro.
It come with the territory.
Yeah.
It come with the territory.
But check it out, though. I gave the man the fucking video. All you gotta do is watch it.
Hey,
all you gotta do is watch it.
That's the same thing I had with the doctor. I said when he was talking about Deshaun Watson and he might retire after the injury, somebody wrote on there fake news. I said, how is fake news when I just did the interview with him? Did you click on it? I'm like, but this you making it deep. That ain't gonna be the only guy. You can't go at everybody.
He don't do nothing to make me stronger, baby. He don't do. I'm just letting you know. Don't try to come for me. Don't come for me and my people, baby, because I'm gonna hit you harder than you hit me.
I think
God damn it.
Since we doing a little rants, put me on single screen.
Yeah, put him on single, my boy.
I got a little bit. It's been bothering me these last couple of weeks. So, Mr. LaShawn McCoy, him and those ass clowns from the faculty, they were talking about when was talking about when breaking news that Miles wanted to get traded. I didn't have a problem with what he said until he said nothing good comes out of Cleveland except for LeBron. When he was talking about athlete-wise, I got a problem with that, bruh. Yeah, there's plenty of great athletes who have came from Cleveland. You just don't know it because you got your head so far up your ass. So I'm gonna give you a couple of them. I'm gonna give you a couple of athletes who are Cleveland known and Cleveland greats. One of them is who we know and love, Bernie Kosar.
Money.
Was a Pro Bowler. Bernie was a Pro Bowler, if I'm correct, right?
Yes, sir.
He was a Pro Bowler. Another one. Two of them, we know them so well. One of them is banging one of the hottest chicks in the game. The Kelsey brothers, Travis Kelsey and Jason Kelsey. Yeah. So, Kareem Hunt, Terry Rozier, Mitch Trubisky, Jesse Owens.
Yeah.
Can I go? Do I need more to like fire more ammunition at you? Now I know you from Pennsylvania. I know you from Pittsburgh. So he not really from Pittsburgh when I was reading, but he did go to Pitt and all that other stuff. So I don't expect nothing else from a Pittsburgh native who don't know what the hell he's talking about. If it wasn't for Chuck Noll, who's a Cleveland native himself, they wouldn't have those 4 championships, dumb motherfuckers. But anyway, that's a story for another day. Now put me back down, TP, because I had to just say that because it was bothering my soul when he said that. I'm like, nigga, who the hell do you think you are?
Okay.
Don't forget Denzel.
Okay.
Don't forget Denzel Ward.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Hometown.
Denzel Ward. I feel like we're missing somebody else though.
We're
We're missing a lot of goddamn people.
We missing a lot of people.
But that's, you know, I'm gonna try.
Ted Ginn Jr.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to rein us back in, y'all. I'm gonna try to rein us back in.
Yeah, coach. Yeah.
Y'all
Bring us back.
got that out the system now.
Yeah, you got it out the system. Hey, and this ain't the first time he got out of the system. He didn't had this rant like 4 times on this show.
Right.
This ain't the first time that he didn't went on it about the same comment. Oh man, it is killing him inside.
I'm gonna try to.
Go ahead, coach. Put him out. Put him out, TP. Put him out.
Put Coach on single.
All right, so kind of getting back on topic a little bit. I think what we have to think about for Shedeur is, are the Browns going to commit to a running game? What is this offense going to look like? Like I said before on previous shows, you can have a bad year. Look at all of the linemen that were injured. And look at Nick Chubb, who's injured. Are you going to commit to the run game? If you commit to the run game, then you can literally put Shedeur Sanders out there and game manage, and he would not do any worse than what we had out there this year. You know, as long as he has a running game, I think he'll be fine. If you ask him to pass every down, he'll die. You know, so when we think about it that way, let's figure out what the scheme of things is going to be. I agree with Deep over should we trade or how we do it. I believe we need to get a quarterback. Mm-hmm. We always have this issue about should we do this, should we do that. We never get the quarterback when we're supposed to get him. We always put it off a year or two, or we fall back, and then we get some dude who probably don't need to be here in the first place. I think about the Brady Quinns of the world, Johnny Manziel. You know, we go back and you look at it. That's not a good look for us. We don't have a good track record. So now we got a chance to be at the top of the draft. Baker was so, but he has proven that he is at least an NFL caliber quarterback. We can't say that with some of the others. You know, so I think a lot of it depends on, and I bet you where Myles Garrett had an issue at was whatever that plan was that they put out there when they had the meeting, how the offense was going to go and what they thought they was going to be able to do, he didn't agree with it. The defense wasn't really the issue outside of injury. The defense could not get off the field because the offense wouldn't stay on the field. You know, so once he heard that, that's probably when he said, okay, that's it. I can't do it here no more.
Well, Coach, I got a question for you.
Okay.
Do you think Stefanski is, knowing he's a pass-happy quarterback, coach, do you think he will make that commitment to the run? Will he try to change it and make it something like what the Ravens do with Shedeur? Like you said give him a run game. So if that's the case, you're going to have to give Nick some money. Because Nick is free. Nick is almost free to the clouds.
And,
so
can he develop a quarterback? Do you think he can develop a quarterback?
So
that's what you're going to need to do.
Yeah, is he going to commit to the run game? You think Stefanski will do that?
I think Stefanski will. His track record tells me that he will. See, what we look at, go back a couple years ago, they had a decent running game. They had a decent offensive line. Everything wasn't predicated on them throwing the ball. When we got Deshaun Watson, all of a sudden it's, we got to throw the ball here. We got to throw the ball there. We got to throw it everywhere. And you see that shit didn't work. But his track record from Minnesota, they did a lot of 2 tight end, even 3 tight end at times, short passes, heavy run. Shedeur can be okay in that system until he's ready to unleash. Most quarterbacks would be okay in that system until they're ready.
He did that with Baker, not to cut you off. He did that with Baker when he was struggling and Nick Chubb just started balling out. And then Baker got into his rhythm and Baker started eating.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so this is very doable either way. You know, Miles saying that he don't want to be here anymore. Okay, fine. You know, we'll see what we can do in order to accommodate you. And you're right. It'll be a draft day thing more than likely. You
Mhm.
know, and with some backdoor stuff that we'll never know about. You know, but no matter who we get, it really is dependent upon a lot of the people who are returning. What is their offensive line going to look like? Are those guys going to come back and be ready to play? You got to replace left tackle, or unless you're going to let DeJuan Jones stay over there. But you're going to have to replace Wills or whatever. And then you got those guys who were injured on the front line. So how, what is that going to look like? Because some of those were higher draft picks as well.
Mhm. Oh yeah.
So are we going to be better? They got a new offensive line coach. Can this dude coach better than the other fella we had in here that we talked about so poorly? Okay. There's a
But the
lot.
OC gonna come up with some different plays.
I think we're going back to the old playbook. And if we go back to the old playbook, well, I might not be all that excited about it. I'm okay with it.
What's the old playbook, though?
The old playbook was what he called 3 years ago, not that shit we saw this past year.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't recognize anything from 3 years ago from what he did this past year. He turned it over to them dudes. They modified the playbook to try to accommodate Deshaun Watson or anybody who came in there who was supposed to be playing. It did not work. I guarantee you, if DTR would have been under the old system, he would have had more success. But you sat him back there and you're asking him to do stuff he really is not prepared to do yet.
Mm-hmm.
You ask Jameis Winston to gunsling. We already know that's a problem. You put him under center, you let him hand the ball off, you run a little play action, and you move the ball down the field. Not, I'm gonna put you in shotgun and hope for the best.
Well, I just want to put a disclaimer out there to the My Dogs podcast. I want to thank all 57 of y'all that's watching and tuning in right now.
That's right.
I think the coach been on some yak. Coach think that DTR could have did something. I love you, DTR. But you was trash, homie.
No,
You was trash, homie.
I'm just saying, listen, man.
I get it.
It coming, but he can manage the game.
We had DTR with 3 years, and he's still. I mean, I think the kicker can play quarterback better than him.
Boy in there, they put him in a situation to fail, and that tells you a lot about what the regime looked like.
But I mean, DTR was But my thing on DTR was, I mean, he had a skill set like Lamar Jackson, and when you got coaches, you try to make him. Hey, he can run. Lamar Jackson can run. He can run. That's all I'm talking about. I ain't talking about the throwing, but DTR got some wheels. So you got to play to his skill set. You got to run him to the right, to the left, and make the linebackers and everybody come to him. Then he can find open passes. But that's the only thing I don't like about Cam Ward, Shedeur, DTR, and Deshaun Watson. We had a coaching staff that didn't want to convert to their quarterback and their quarterback style. They wanted the quarterback to play their way and their way only. And I don't want to. I don't know how it's gonna go. Do y'all think that if Cam Ward is supposed to be the best one coming out, or any quarterback, do y'all think, before we move on to the Super Bowl, do y'all think any quarterback coming out, Kevin Stefanski, can get the best out of him?
If you draft the right one, I there's been other rumors about them drafting Ohio State quarterback Will Howard. Trash. But
go ahead. No, go ahead. He trash, but go ahead.
There's been rumor. He gives me systematic QB, vibes. He might be able to work under Stefanski's system. Who knows? Pops.
He's a game manager. He will work in the system. Probably more so than some of the others that we aforementioned. I think Cam Ward is just an athlete, and that's great. But I think he's 3 years away, 4 years away. His level of competition down in the ACC, not the best. Can't get into the playoffs. I think there's a lot to be desired there.
He has an attitude problem too, I heard.
I mean, listen, I want my quarterback to have an edge, to have some balls to him. He needs that. I'm okay with that. But if you're not ready to play with the big boys yet, then be quiet. And I think that's where we kind of have some of these guys.
You ain't the only one, Tony. We the Wheelers. We do not like Ken Dorsey.
They do not. They do not.
Dallas is doomed to hell with him.
They do not.
It's going to get even worse for the Cowboys now because they hired him.
How about the Cowboys?
They helped pack his bags. They helped pack his bags. That's how much they don't like this dude. He didn't even have to go back.
He was an absolute dumpster fire. You might as well light me on fire and say, I'm burning. You didn't even light me up yet. I mean, come on, man.
He was a bad NFL quarterback. He was a mediocre coordinator at best. Let him go on back down there to Dallas and do his thing and mess up whatever quarterbacks they got down there.
Okay. So now let's get into the Super Bowl. We got to get into the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
What was y'all thoughts on the Super Bowl?
Do we have to?
Let me get this, man. Let me get this. I like Andy Reid. I love Andy Reid. Andy Reid, from Philly all the way here. They played like they were not prepared.
Mm-hmm.
And they got away. Big shout out to Kareem. I know Kareem wanted that real bad. I know he did. And Andy Reid's game plan, Philly was ready. They was ready. And I never seen Pat Mahomes just lose his shit like that. And they got out of their game plan instead of sticking to something. They got out of their game plan. They didn't want to run the ball. And they just kept the line, like you said, they sacked him like it was like potatoes. I don't understand it. I just never seen KC in this situation where KC usually shines. They fell apart like so many Legos on the ground. And I'm wondering, like, what the fuck happened?
Mm-hmm.
What was Andy Reid thinking about? What was the coordinator? What was they thinking about? And that was embarrassing. That was one of the most embarrassing Super Bowls that I've seen in a while. Like, dude, KC is shit, but they was trying to do too much. And it comes a time, I'm gonna say this real quick. You can come back, you could be down 21 points if you're in the beginning of the third quarter. If you run the ball effectively and your defense does what they gotta do, you can get back in it. They got pass happy like a certain KS dude that I know. And this is what happens. It's not working. Let's do something different. They got away from the run.
Yeah.
And Pat is out there running. Sack. Damn, I ain't never seen Pat Mahomes get sacked so many times. That was crazy.
I haven't seen a person on their back like that in a long time. I've seen more women on their back than that. So
whoa.
I love you, son.
No, but on all seriousness, I was a little shocked on how the Kansas City Chiefs played. It was a shocker. I thought it was going to be at least a competitive game. Travis Kelce was not himself. He probably kept thinking about Taylor Swift. I don't know if she put it on him like that. If I'm a Kansas City Chiefs fan, I'm a little concerned. I know y'all won the championships last year, but if I'm them, I'm okay. I'm not gonna be in a rebuild, but I'm like, okay, we got to retool. We're gonna get him some better wide receivers. We're gonna fix that offensive line. The defense needs a little tweaking too, if you ask me. But other than that, it's a little shocking. Very, 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 very shocking. Very shocking.
All right.
What you say, Coach?
All right. So, in the words of Dennis Green, they are what we thought they are.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I said in my prediction that they do not appear to be the dominant team that they once were. And if you look at them throughout the course of the season, they were in a lot of close games and they struggled to win. And then when I saw them go up against Philadelphia, there was literally a size advantage on them dudes just look physically bigger and stronger.
They were.
That offensive line that KC marched out there, they need to be ashamed of themselves. But there were better athletes up front for Philadelphia. I mean, it was just a beat down all the way around. And you know what? Patrick Mahomes showed that he's human.
Yes.
He's gonna have a bad game too. You know, is this gonna be the end? I don't know. What I saw was that window sliding down a little bit because you can't stay on top of the mountain the whole time. It's starting to close just a little bit. Not saying it can't reopen, but it's starting to close a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was. I mean, me personally, I mean, it was shocking that they only used a front four. They only sent four. They didn't even send a blitz. They sent a front four, and they got that much pressure. And Mahomes was just running for his life. And I mean, it just them not having nobody finally caught up with them. They didn't. I don't even think they even tried to run the ball. They don't have not one wide receiver that he can throw to. I mean, Hawkins dropped the fourth or third down wide open. He just after the game he retired. He went and told Andy Reid, "I'll retire." So I don't know if anybody know, but yeah, he retired. He's done. He hanging it up.
Oh,
Travis Kelce might hang it up.
He can take Juju Smith-Schuster with him.
Right.
yeah, he did. He ain't doing nothing.
You never know. He might go back to Pittsburgh.
He need to go ahead to a rocking chair. It's over with.
No, I didn't see that video.
I didn't read the comment. What was the comment?
It was what?
D-Hop's had such a long-standing reputation of catching. When I saw that, I was like, "Whoa!"
Yes,
I guess, that's it, man.
The big stage,
I'm like, wow.
Let me
ask you, big lights and the age kind of caught up.
Let me ask you this question, and this is back on Miles real quick. You know, he's a dominant player, and he's always been I got two questions really. He's a dominant player, but if you look at his playoff record, he's always went ghost.
Who was he?
Myles Garrett.
How many playoff wins have we won?
The one we won, he barely was really involved. If you want to be, I
get it, but we I mean, go ahead.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this.
You went back like 18 subjects.
I'm gonna just say this about
we get there
so we can move on.
Yeah,
when you're in the playoffs or in your specific games, it's very easy to double team, triple team him. But he also has an issue of injury at a time of need.
Yeah,
he tends to go out at times. You know, when you really need him in the game the most. I remember one time during COVID, he just couldn't catch his breath.
And, I remember that.
He was having trouble. You know, he catch, foot injury here, knee injury there. He always get back into the game.
And then he had a crazy car crash.
Critical series at times.
Remember, he had that crazy car crash too.
Yeah, I mean,
do you think he's getting towards the end of his career? Because he's not. I think he is. I mean, he's had some crazy injuries. That car crash, the foot injuries.
He is at the end of his peak. And that is why he wants to win now.
Correct.
Yeah.
But before this last comment is but imagine he's doing all this on double, triple team. So imagine he goes somewhere with a better defensive line. We ain't seen the best of Miles. We seen the best of Miles with three people on him. Imagine seeing him with 2 or 1 people on him, the sacks and all that he can have. But tell me what y'all think about this.
All right, breaking news. I don't know if you saw this little beef on Bourbon Street this past weekend. John Rocker and Pat Mahomes Sr. going at it, almost broke under a fight.
Oh shit.
I guess they fucking hated each other since their playing days baseball. I mean, I guess not surprising. Everyone has beef with John Rocker. But they signed the fucking paperwork. Guess what we got, boys and girls? Rough and Rowdy, April 19th, Wheeling, West Virginia. Bad Friday. 2 guys, none of this like, I liked Tyson, Jake Paul. They're great. They're fucking making up and like fucking each other after the fight. This is real bad blood. And just to show that I don't hold grudges, I know Patty Mahomes, the Super Bowl guy, the guy who just got doors blown off, said he hated Barstool. Well, now your dad's fighting in our company against John Rocker, so I'm going to save a seat, free of charge. Patty Mahomes and crew, no bad blood. We can make up, watch your dad fight. That's an open invite. You say you don't like us, I get your dad to fight John Rocker and Rough and Rowdy. April 19th, Bad Friday.
Wow.
What's y'all thoughts?
So wait, is that fight like legit or like?
Hey, I mean, you see what I see. I don't know, buddy.
I mean, Pat Mahomes was like, when I met him, remember because we met him at the bar when we went to, he was real chill, drinking, didn't say much. I took a picture with the guy. It was great. He seemed like a cool guy. I mean, I believe Pat Mahomes kicked a little ass in his youthful days. So who knows? I mean,
you don't need to see a 60-year-old man,
right?
And John Rocker is what John Rocker is. He was a racist when he was playing. He's probably still a racist now. And the last place that they need to fight is Wheeling, West Virginia.
West Virginia.
One of the mega capitals of the world. We don't need that. We not doing that. There's nothing to be seen there.
Yeah. Rocker was like, I remember, when he was like, a nigga. I was like, what? So I hope the 62-year man whoop his ass, but I'm not paying to see that. My thing is, this is funny. Over the week, Ocho Cinco and Debo James Harrison got into it.
Oh yeah, I saw that. That was
and that was hilarious comedy because Ocho, that's my dude. Ocho ain't back down.
Right.
Ocho said, he told Joey, I'll punch you in the mouth. Stop, and so Debo is brute strength. But it's like Ocho said, just because you got brute strength don't mean you can handle some hands.
Yeah,
a couple of these and put your ass to sleep.
Ocho was going out saying like, yeah, man, he's like ain't shit sweet over here.
I need for the professionals to be professionals and fight. I don't need
no more celebrities.
TP, real quick before we get off, can we show some love to the Cavs real quick?
Go for it. Give us a Cavs rundown before we get out of here.
Shout out to the Cavs. They doing phenomenal. I want to know what's your honest thoughts about the trade we got for DeAndre Hunter. I really like the trade so far. Now they got a little bit of size. I think they can go against Boston. So what is your honest thoughts, fellas?
They're gonna be right there at the end. I mean, the trade is good. I think the Cavs were ahead of the curve. They probably did what the Browns are trying to do now, getting rid of some expiring contracts, trying to, better their team, by picking up a good young player. But it's still another 30-some games to play. And I mean, they have struggled at times with some of the better teams. They still have issues with Boston. You have to show that you can beat Boston. And I need to see that on a consistent basis. I'm not worried about the other folks because they'd already done mopped the floor up with them. So it's
Yep.
Boston or bust for us.
Yep, and that's how I feel. That's how I feel. We can, regardless of what we do. I mean, size wise, I gotta see it. I think we split with Boston, but Boston. I mean,
2-1 with them this year, I want to say we're
when they clicking and when they make, we have problem with teams that make shoot threes and they
Yeah.
make threes, and Boston make them at a consistent. Their percentage be like 70-75%. We can't hang with that because we don't know. We don't. I mean, Donovan Mitchell, he might show up here and there. Donovan Mitchell, he did his thing last year, but Garland been doing his thing this year, but. We need that in the playoffs, Garland. We missed you last year. The rest of them gonna do their thing, but that size and that's the zone and all the stuff that we play. And if we can get past Boston, we might have us another parade. What'd you say, Deke?
I love the pick because that's something I was telling my boy. We need another small power forward like that. The Hunter, man, I was like, wow, this cat, he was averaging. Don't get me, Trae Young was down there. They was handling business. I love this. And they got him for, man, less than I paid for this beer. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking for, I want them to gel. What Atkinson is doing right now and the way the Cavs are moving the ball, I just don't want anybody. The second half, we're gonna see after the All-Star break.
Yeah. Wait. So real quick. Do you think he's coach of the year? You think he's coach of the year?
Oh, by far.
Yes, I do.
By far.
Yeah, I've said the same thing. Do you think Ty Jerome is going to win Sixth Man of the Year?
You got a good shot.
Yeah, if he keep knocking them down, like, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, the Cavs are an overall talent-wise, they brought it together. And I want TP to have a whole nother little ball globe, another trophy. I want to see that. I want to come down to, I think I'm about 75 after we see this second half. I think the Cavs can do it, man. They just, Garland is back. He's got his confidence back. Last year he got hurt his face, hurt his nose. He didn't quite have that confidence. Now, with the way this team is playing and the way they just dominating, shooting shots, defense, cats who I never seen Mosley going down like I'm taking it all the way down myself. In the system last year, he wouldn't have done that. He would have kicked it out.
Yeah,
and I love the way Atkinson got him playing, man. I love that. So let's see that. We'll see the second half. Continue. Hey, they win 50, 58 something games. That's cool. Stay healthy. If the Cavs stay healthy, it's gonna be a problem.
Yeah, it's gonna be a problem for sure. I just think they just stay healthy. That's my biggest concern with these guys. Stay healthy. I want to know what they're gonna look like when they get fully healthy. Because when Okoro comes back, when Wade comes back, what's gonna be like? Because you got your two best defenders, and on top of that, you got DeAndre Hunter. And he's a defensive player really well too. So I'm liking what I'm seeing from the Cavs. I really do. I feel like Donovan Mitchell's such an underrated player, but it is maybe Jimmy Haslam needs to take some notes from Dan Gilbert. He needs to take some notes from Dan Gilbert. Dan Gilbert trusts his process. I know they two different sports. Dan Gilbert trusts the process and knows what he does, and it pisses me off because everybody be saying messed up stuff about Dan Gilbert, saying he's the worst owner in the NBA, which is blasphemy in my opinion. Darren Gilbert would do anything to make that team better. Y'all just don't like the fact Cleveland is actually being good at something.
Correct.
Yeah, I mean.
Okay. With that being said, do we have any final closing remarks?
Yeah. Real quick, just remember, it's Black History Month, so I was thinking about some of our great Browns players that we don't always think about. So I thought about Marion Motley, the original number 76. Not going to spend a lot of time talking about him. Go and look him up and see what an influential player he was for this franchise. And just kind of think about that stuff as we move forward, as we remember the contributions of African Americans. Black history is not 28 days; it's 365, 24/7.
Yes,
So
sir.
let us all remember that.
And he got a trophy right out front of the Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm. He's from Kansas.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I saw that trophy. I have his nephew. He comments here and there on here. He always bigging him up. I didn't know who he was until he just came in, and all he talk about is he's the greatest Browns player ever and all that stuff. So I had to go do my research. But yes, I respect him.
Mm-hmm.
Deke, you got anything?
Nah, man. Go Cavs, go Brown, bitches, and it is what it is.
Go Cavs, go Browns, go Guardians. Because I heard they just now starting training camp. Let's see how they do. They were one step closer from making it to the ALCS. So we'll see what happens this year. I can't wait to see Big Christmas hit them home runs, baby. It's gonna be fun to watch. Cleveland gonna be all right. I can't speak for our Browns, unfortunately.
Oh, my bad. I forgot something real quick. Kendrick Lamar's performance, was it gangster or was it wankster? That's all I'm asking.
that's my answer right there. That is my answer right there.
I mean, it come on. I mean, nothing is ever gonna beat the Justin Timberlake, Janet Jackson, titty, the Nipplegate thing.
You had to go there.
I mean, hey, that was a classic, man.
I've seen great Super Bowl shows. That was not a great Super Bowl show, but I understand the statement that was trying to be made.
Yep. The message that he was trying to get across with it.
Yeah.
Well, right. This is the My Dogs podcast, where my opinions are always my opinions. I have my co-host Dirt Dog. I got my man Deke. I got the coach. I got it all. We here every Wednesday at 8 o'clock. I thank all 65 of y'all for coming in and just rocking with us through the whole thing. Tomorrow, we had the TMD Sports at the same time, 8 o'clock. We got a special guest. And this guest you might have seen on TV. This guest you might have read some of his little articles. But stay Stay tuned. Stay tuned. Tomorrow at 8 o'clock. We got a good one for y'all. And I just want to thank y'all from the My Dogs podcast.